Hi everybody, it's Gemma here from madebygemacrafts.co.uk. Today I've got a really quick tutorial for you on some baby booties that are made out of paper or card. Back in September I popped a box on which used the Baby Bear stamp set from Stampin' Up, and it had a magnet closure on the side, and inside I had put a little pair of baby booties that I'd made out of card or in paper. Today on the YouTube video for it, I had a comment from a lady asking if I could do a tutorial on how I made these shoes. So what I've done is I've put together a really quick tutorial for you today. Basically, I found a template online, and I think I found it on Pinterest. I printed it out, stuck it to some thicker card, and then cut it out again, so I have a template that I can use again and again. And all I do is I pop it on a piece of paper, the patterned paper I'm going to use, or whatever I'm going to use to make my booties, and I just draw around it and cut it out. I will try and find the template I used. If I can't, I will find a way of popping this back on a piece of paper, and I can scan it in and I can pop a link. I can save it to the gallery page on my blog, which on my website, which is www.madebygemacrafts.co.uk. And I'll save that on there so you can save it yourself and then print it out and use it. I'm pretty sure it was a freebie template, so I think we should all be okay there. So, but what I've got here is I've got the boy version here, so to speak, and then the more girly version over this side here. To save some time, all I've done is I've grabbed some patterned paper just out of my stash, and for the boy shoe you need one heel and one front, and then you've got the bottom of the shoe and the little inner sole that goes inside to hide your little tabs when you glue in together. So all I've done is I've traced around it, cut it all out. A little tip on this, what I do is I use I've got a bone folder here. When I cut out my template, I just run my bone folder around the tabs, just so they fold down nice and neatly, like so. So it makes it a little bit easier when you're gluing them down. Today I think I'm going to use some glue dots, so it makes it a little bit easier and quicker for the video, because it can be a little bit fiddly with the wet glue. Obviously wet glue is the best thing to use because it will last longer. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my glue dots, and I probably need to fold them in half still. These tabs are quite small. I'm just going to go along and put some glue dots on here, because you want to attach the front of the shoe first. Oh, got one on my finger. Take that. In fact, they're all stuck to my fingers. There we go. I'm just going to pop them all the way around. Like so. So you've got all your bits. And then you just want to give it a little shape, a little round with your fingers, give it a little shape. So now it's always an idea to try and remember which one's which, because the inner sole for this is a bit smaller, because obviously it's going to fit inside. So you want to take the bottom of your shoe, and obviously this one at the front here in the middle is what we want to stick to the front of the middle here. So if you just line it up, and you can stick that down there. If you start there and then just work your way along, sticking them down. Like so. And you can just work your way across the other side. So there we go, you've got the front, a little push down the front of your shoe on like so. Then you can grab your inner and just, we can pop a little bit of wet glue on the underside of this one, but we're only going to put some at the front to start with. And I hope you can see, because the light is terrible today, the weather is atrocious. It's already getting really, really dark. If we just push that in at the front and smooth that down, and then we're just going to lift this and tuck this up for a moment while we pop on the back of our shoe here. But first of all, we just need to grab my crocodile. I can find him up here. So we can put in some holes for our laces. If you notice on here, it's got three little markers. You can just fold this over together, and you can just roughly eyeball. You can mark it if you wish to, but I'm just gonna roughly judge it for now for the video to keep it moving fast for you. And we're just going to pop 3 holes in, just like so. Oh, sorry about that. Yes, that's my day job, mum. There we go. So we've just popped in our holes on the sides here, like so. Oh, sorry, another interruption. Right, so now we need to stick down the back of our shoe, just in here. We'll keep this lifted up out of the way so we can pop it back down to cover up the tab marks in a moment. Just pop that out of the way. So we just put some sticky dots on these tabs here as well. Line around. So as before, we're just going to start in the middle, well, with the middle 2. Just line those up. Give it a curve around. And we just stick those down like so. So that comes round. So these come around the side here, and then that will tie up at the front. So if we can just pop a little bit of glue on the bottom of our shoe inside, and just use your finger to push that down so it covers up the little tabs. just grab some ribbon. And you can just cut that at an angle so we can pop it through the holes. Obviously you don't want to go pulling too hard, otherwise you will pull straight through your holes that you've just made and your shoe will be ruined. You can just cross it over like a normal shoelace. And then as you see, as you bring it together, you'll get the shoe, the shape of the shoe come together. Nope. You can just tie that in a little bow. Probably need a bit more ribbon than what I pulled off, but that's the general idea for the little boy's shoe. Just like so. Obviously you can take a lot more time and care when you do yours. Just do mine quite quickly to give you the rough idea on how they go together. And you can put some embellishments around the front or the sides, like so. So that's our little boy shoe. Just pop that over there. Now for the more girly version, you will only need to cut out one of these for each shoe, and then it's the same bottom of shoe and inner sole that we used for the boys' style shoe. So we will need one each of those and then one of these per shoe. And if you notice on the template here, this one's got a little dot on it. This is the one that goes right at the front of the sole of the shoe when you're sticking them together. So this is a slightly big one. This is the one here that you want to make sure goes right at the front, which is this one. Just this little tab here, put a little dot on there. And apologies if you can hear my noisy husband downstairs, just come home. There we go, we can pop a little mark on there just to let us know which one's going to go right at the front. It's going to be hidden underneath anyway. So once again we'll just use some glue dots on our tabs, because it is far quicker, it's instant stick. And I'm just folding these little ones in half. These little glue dots are from Stampin' Up, and they're super tiny and super sticky. They are really, really good. And also in the video, the original video with the box that I made, I put a little magnet on the closure for the box, and these little sticky glue dots fit those magnets perfectly as well. Now this patterned paper that I'm using is one that I just grabbed out of my stash. Unfortunately it is from Stampin' Up, but unfortunately it is retired, so you can no longer get it. It's from, I do believe it's from the spring summer catalogue last year, or sorry, the beginning of this year, should I say. I say last year because we're getting ready to for our next spring summer catalogue already. very exciting. Some lovely new products coming. And I shall be doing some sneaky peek videos for you over the next couple of weeks. Because being a demonstrator, I'm very lucky that I can, we can advance purchase in December before everybody else when the catalogue goes live in January. Anyway, back to our baby girl shoe. So we want to find the one with our little dot on, and we're going to just pop that one down first in the centre at the front of the bottom of our shoe here. Just make sure I'm doing that. And then as before, we're just going to make our way around, sticking these down, bending it over as we go, pushing them down like this. And as for the boy front of the shoe, I did the same for this as well. I just run my bone folder across to score across the little tabs, just to make them fold under easily. And with this one, it comes all the way around the back of the shoe. So if we just stop at that point, we can pop some glue on the front of our inner sole, and we can pop that in. Just pop it in at the front, and then we can lift this up, and then we can continue sticking our little tabs down to come around the side, around the back and the side of the shoe. Just push those in. Then we can lift that back up, put some glue underneath there and push that down, and then that just hides those little tabs. Like so. And then we have our piece here, which is just going to come over. I've pulled this round quite far enough, but you get the general idea. Stick it round like so. Just stick a glue dot on the end here, on the inside like so. And then we're just going to bring that round to join up on this side, like so. And then that's made one of the shoe. Like, oh, just take that off. I'm just going to bring it around like so to form the little loop. And obviously when you do it yourself, it will be a lot neater and a lot tighter across the back here, because you do want these two pieces just to overlap here. And then you can pop a little button or a little flower or a diamante or whatever you like on there, just to embellish that. So there are two shoes, the boy version and the slightly girlier version, which I'm sure yours will be much neater and much nicer than the one I've just done. But there we go. So thank you very much for watching today. I hope that tutorial helped the lovely lady that left me a message on my video from last time. I will pop a link on this video for the box that had the shoes in originally. I can't show you the box right now because I've gifted it to somebody. So until my next video, thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.